It says invalid response received. Every time we click it. Are we live?
Yeah, about to. Once we go live, then I'll try to send it out and see if it changes.
Okay.
Let's see. We are going to wait a few minutes, folks, as we usually do. Nope, it didn't change it. Stupid. That's what I'm saying. YouTube sucks sometimes, man. Because before the link was fine, so I don't know how you're supposed to share it.
Ahu wahi ha ho ho ho. Just go to youtube.com.
Let's see, share.
/ just
share.
paranormal.
Oh, here's the link. Here's a different link.
Just paranormal. You are not the father. Yeah.
We are live. If you click the share button underneath the video, then it comes up.
Okay.
There we go. Shared it.
Did you just
I
share
should have
it?
done that before.
You just shared it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to share it for a couple minutes and then we'll get started. What?
Have you ever seen those memes for the real names
No.
of people, of celebrities?
No.
T-Pain was... What's T-Pain's real name? Like on Google, people will type in what's T-Pain's real name.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll show up T-Pain's face. And it says T-Pain. And it says Tylenol pain relief. Right?
Stupid.
Something stupid like that.
Yeah.
And then someone typed in, what's Jay-Z's real name? Jay-Z Wentworth. 800 cash now. Jay-Z Wentworth.
That's fucking funny. Right. Let's see who's all here. If there's anybody here yet.
Riff raff.
Hey, Teresa.
Hey, what's up?
All right. We are just waiting for a few minutes, folks, and then we will get started with tonight's show. Come on.
Tonight.
Dude, you know I prepped whenever I got notes for the episode.
You got a lot of notes?
No. Just
You
like half
know-
a page.
You know I'm ready when I didn't prepare.
When I have absolutely
When I
no
didn't
notes.
prepare.
That's
It's
when
all
you
in my
know
mind.
that I'm ready.
I am ready for anything to happen.
Hey, Teresa. Doing your thing, girl. Thanks for being here, Paraphamilio.
Paraphamilio.
Paraphilia. Thanks for
Paraphilia.
being here, folks.
What's your favorite paraphilia?
What's my favorite?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
That's why I named us the paraphilia, because it sounds really close
Mine's
to
caffeine.
paraphernalia. Mine is crack cocaine.
Perfect.
It's the one of my people. Let's see. Hey, Jen. Let's get into some serious shit. Let's do it. That's why we're talking about the Anunnaki and the human creation. What's going on, Joe? Joe Mama. Joe Mama's in the building. All right, Roman. You said that earlier today we were on the phone. We got off the phone and something happened. Can you explain?
What happened? Oh, the ads.
Yeah,
The
dude,
ads.
What are you lost?
The ads are out there. Sorry. Are you changing the lights? Okay.
Yeah.
Story time.
Do you guys want it darker or the same color it is right now, folks? Because we can make it darker. I got this new light bulb in my room, and I can put it on any color you guys want. So just let me know.
Can you put it fuchsia?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I can. Look.
Oh, what do you know?
It's fuchsia now.
I
See
don't know
what
what
it
it
looks
looks like. We gotta hold on. We gotta see real time. Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That is terrible. Switch it back.
I need a brighter one.
Look at switch. Okay.
Thanks, Teresa. Appreciate it.
Teresa. Okay, so story time. Here we go. So JP and I were talking about on the phone. I forgot what the topic was, but let's say we were talking about catnip. Okay. So for some reason, JP and I were talking about catnip because we both own cats. And not 30 minutes later, after the conversation was over, I was on Facebook just scrolling by, and I saw an advertisement for catnip. Right?
That's weird.
That is weird.
They're
And
listening, bro.
They are listening. That's not the only time that's happened before. I remember a long time ago, my friends and I were talking, and when I say long, I mean like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about, like this was whenever Harvey hit, and we were saying we need a boat for next time.
Right.
And we were saying, oh, well, but we don't have a place to store it. And then we said, a storage unit. Literally one time we said it, storage unit. Dude, the next day, I got a bunch of ads and emails. 50% off, 20% off storage units in your area.
Dude.
I am serious, man.
They're freaking savage, bro.
They are.
I saw that a video these people they didn't own a cat, but they wanted to test the theory out.
Mm-hmm.
So they talked about cat food, one specific brand of cat food.
Yeah.
And they would just talk about it with their phones around them over and over again. And then before they knew it, they would start seeing ads on their phone for cat food and shit.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're listening.
Yeah.
And it's not just Facebook too, because Facebook is a bunch of heat. They should be, they're selling our data, right?
Oh yeah.
And they're making extra profit off of that.
They
But-
finally went to court for it.
But it's other apps like games now. I remember I downloaded this one golf game. I forgot what it was, but it said in order for me, I have a gambling problem when it comes to fake currency.
You do?
When it comes to like fake coins and currency,
Yeah.
in the in-game apps.
Mhm.
And I remember, oh man, I'm all out of coins. So I'm like, okay, well, you know how if you click on the advertisement, get free coins, right? To watch like a minute or a minute
Yeah,
and
you
a
have
half.
to watch something.
But
they
there
give
was
you
an
little
agreement
coins.
before the video. And the agreement, I read it. I was curious. And the agreement said, allow access to microphone and may or may not sell information to third party advertisers.
May or may not.
Yeah.
That sounds sketchy.
And I'm like, what?
That's
no
crazy.
way. So
Yeah.
even video games now on your phone, the
There's
free
nothing
to
you
play.
can do. There's nothing
There's
you can
nothing
do.
you can do. You can't escape it, unless you just completely take it out of your life. No smartphone at all.
We're just walking dollars, dude, to these
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
That's all we are.
Oh yeah. Whenever you sign up like for Android or iPhone and you click on the analytics, I'm pretty sure they're gathering information not just about the phone, but about you too.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
Non-stop. What's going on, Sandy? I'm glad everybody could make it tonight. Yeah, it's gonna get pretty cool. So tonight's topic is the Anunnaki, which is an alien race, which we will get into very, very soon. It's just very information filled. When I was doing research, geez, man, there's just so much information that goes with this topic that, dude, I'm trying to talk. Dude, there's just so much information that goes with this. Hey, Kim. Yeah, we're gonna get into Nibiru too. Yeah, it's a very interesting topic. But a lot of people think that the Anunnaki alien race actually had something to do with the creation of man, and all kinds of good stuff. Before we get into this stuff, let's get this stuff out of the way. The Addy type shit,
Excuse me.
Real quick, I got 3 patrons to give shout outs to. Thank you, Tim Whitfield, Tim the Ghoul Man.
Ooh,
He's out there representing on the Patreon, on
Timothy.
the Paraphilia Patreon. We got Sandy Wolflet out there on that Patreon too. Thank you so much, Sandy. We got to think of a nickname for Sandy.
Sandy the squirrel.
I like how you
SpongeBob.
nod it. I like how you nod it. Like, yep, that's
the
it.
squirrel. That's it.
All right, let's think about that one. And then we got our one and only Karen.
Care Bear.
Care Bear.
Care Bear.
All right, we'll
It's so
stick with
simple.
Care Bear's good.
Care Bear.
Let me write that down. Care Bear,
It's a nickname. You don't get to choose.
but it's gonna be with a K.
Wait, but weren't we agreeing on something
Care Bear. I don't like Sandy the Squirrel though.
paranormal?
Well, for Karen, it doesn't have to be.
Okay.
She'll love us either
yeah.
way.
Yeah. Okay. So Sandy.
Sandy, we'll think of something during the show.
I
Look,
got a bunch
Karen
of
said
things.
she loves it.
I got a bunch
perfect.
of things for Sandy, but I can't say it.
Sandy Cheeks.
It goes along that line.
It goes along the same line.
We'll think of something.
Yeah, we'll think of something
Or how
throughout
about,
the
how
show.
about someone just shout out a name for Sandy?
Yeah, we'll think of something.
We'll think of something.
We'll think of something, Sandy. No
Wu-Tang
worries.
Sandy.
Before the show's over. Remember we said that in it. Okay, so yeah, so thanks to all the patrons. Remember, if you want to check out the Patreon, let me get that link for you, dog.
And over.
Good thing I didn't show my screen
What was I
because
gonna say?
there was a Pornhub tab from
My
my
mind just
history.
went blank.
There was a
Um,
Pornhub tab on my history. Good thing I wasn't
No,
sharing
was
the
there really?
screen. Yeah, dude, look.
My friends over at Squarespace want to treat you right.
Oh man, that's fucking funny.
Do you like our animations and our drawings? Well, at Skillshare, you can learn how to do these things and more.
So Sandy said, Sandy Beach. I like it.
Sandy Mandy.
What's
Is-
up, John? How about Sandy? What's something?
Sandy Fandy.
Succubus Sandy.
Sucky.
That's paranormal. It goes with the paranormal theme. Succubus Sandy.
Succubus Sandy.
Succubus Sandy. I
Okay.
like it.
All right, I will stick with it. Okay, whatever.
Succubus Sandy. We got it. All right. So yeah, if you guys want a goofy nickname, or anything like that, check out the Patreon. We got some pretty cool perks on there, folks.
Perks.
We're trying to get that grown so we can do more Paravengers stuff.
Paravengers.
And if you don't know what the Paravengers is, jump off a bridge.
Paran Man, Pant Man, and the Para-Wasp, Spider Man, and Homecoming.
Somebody said no, that's nasty. Succubus. Sandy, do you like Succubus Sandy? I like it. It's paranormal. Okay, so let's get into today's topic.
All right, what's the topic of today?
All right, so the topic is the Anunnaki. So the Anunnaki was basically an alien race. They said over 5,000, I think it was like 5,000 BC is when
that
they
long
believed.
ago.
Yeah. They think that they are some people believe, like you believe in evolution, you believe in religion, and then you believe in the Anunnaki.
So it goes from that all the way to extreme to Anunnaki.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Paralit, what's up, Sean?
Now, where does Scientology fall into there?
Right into, like, the room next door to this room?
Mm-hmm.
It's the restroom.
Mm-hmm.
There's a toilet in there.
Mm-hmm.
Scientology, right down that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tom Cruise is right in your pipes.
Right in there.
All right. I'll be back.
You know how, like, they say rats can, like, swim up through the toilet pipes?
He does look like a rat.
He does it. But he does all his own stunts. So, Sandy, let me know if you like your Succubus Sandy name. Okay, so the Anunnaki basically are, I wouldn't say blames, but they're given the credit sometimes for creating humans.
Now, why is that?
So it was told that they created the humans as an intelligent slave because they had to come to Earth to harvest the gold.
What?
In order to stay alive. Okay, so let me read my notes.
Yeah, go ahead, because I have so many questions right now.
Okay. It's somebody said it's everything. They found another clay tablet. Yeah, they keep finding stuff. Hey, Angela, they keep finding stuff. So, they believe that the humans were genetically modified near the Euphrates River, where gold can be found, and it's called anatomic gold. Enhanced and repaired Anunnaki bodily functions, stopped aging, optimizes senses and memory.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, what they believe is that this gold is at this like magnetic level that if the Anunnaki like ingest it properly with the correct like electrical shock, it like made them like smarter, live longer.
So is
die.
that why gold is deceived as being the almighty mineral?
Yeah.
Like throughout all religion, or not religion, but all cultures around
That's
the world.
where people believe that it got started. So this is the weird thing. Like the Anunnaki stuff sounds insane. Like whenever you hear about it, I'm gonna put a picture of an Anunnaki, different drawings of them from like hieroglyphics. So the reason why people like the Anunnaki is the story sounds so crazy, but it's really not. It ties into like almost everything in history.
Mm-hmm.
That's the weirdest thing. Like it ties into the history in the sense of it explains almost everything. Like you just said, oh, so gold. Well, yeah, that's why they made gold so valuable.
That's why El Dorado,
yeah,
the city of gold.
Yeah, it ties into the story of the Anunnaki ties into everything. It even ties into the placement of our solar system, the planets in our solar system. But
if you think about it, it's so weird to think about how gold can be perceived as being only for the wealthy, right?
Yeah.
Really for the wealthy around the whole world from different cultures, and these cultures never talk to one another.
Right.
Yeah. And we're talking about thousands of years,
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. They, sorry folks, I had the freaking wrong screen up the whole time. So, yeah, so basically they have ties to everything. They're the reason for everything. Somebody said that, Jen said that their atmosphere was gold, is what she heard. So supposedly they are on this planet called Nibiru, which is planet X, which is the planet like outside of the solar system.
Just right outside. Yeah,
and supposedly it does like an oval type like revolve. It's not revolving.
Yeah, revolution. Not revolution.
Is it revolution?
But orbit.
Orbit. Yeah, it has like an oval type orbit, and it goes like really far out of the solar system. It comes right back in, really close to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what it said.
Does it come closer than Venus? Or Mercury?
I'm not sure.
Or
Let
around
me
the
look it
same
up.
distance?
Let's see. Nibiru orbit.
Because that'll be interesting to see how close, it got to Mercury, Venus. Because if you think about it, how often does it come close to the sun? Every
I can't remember how
how
much
many
they
Earth
said
years?
it was. Dude, I'm telling you, there's so it looks like it comes close enough to the sun, but it's like still outside of Earth's orbit. So it looks like it's in between. Oh, it looks like it gets really close to Mars' orbit.
It'd be really interesting.
What's that?
So they would ship off whenever their planet got really close to Mars and Earth. What if they colonized Mars?
Mm-hmm.
And then from Mars, they saw that Earth was habitable as well. And they mined Earth as well.
Yeah, that's what they say. They said that whenever the solar system was forming, Nibiru basically, an elliptical orbit, Kim. Basically, Nibiru, what's up, Lady Death? Nibiru, like, caused the alignment in the solar system. So they said that the reason why Earth became a planet was because of Nibiru, because it had a collision with Mars, and a piece of, like, Mars broke off and formed Earth, and that's why Earth has water, because Mars used to have water.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also said that it was, like, it had to do with, like, the reason why Saturn has a ring and all this stuff. Like, there's so much ties to the Anunnaki, and supposedly they were on this planet. So I'm assuming when they got close enough, they jumped to Earth to try to get our gold.
So they're beings. Is that what they're saying? Like they're
they're
not gods. They're just beings.
Right. They think that there's like
Intelligent
like a superior intelligent race of aliens, but they're kind of like our gods, basically, because they
And
created
so,
us.
And so we were engineered.
Correct. That's what
Right.
they think.
In probably, let's say, like an alien lab.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then we were spawned and we grew.
Mhm.
Right. And then
Yeah.
after that, we can naturally mate and, inhabit the earth.
Have sex.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, sure. Have sex. Yeah.
And even okay, so here's a cool thing. The symbol for human DNA resembles the word Yah, which
Mhm.
means God.
Mhm.
So they think that was done
Well, we're
specifically.
we're in God's spitting image.
Yeah. So,
But that's crazy. So going back to the hieroglyphics, and it's kind of like a connection with the gold too. All across the world, these people, why did they build pyramids in Mexico as well as Egypt?
right, it's weird.
Yeah. And why are the hieroglyphics of beings in the sky and their gods look almost similar?
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, if you go all around the world, almost in every ancient civilization.
Artifacts, every ancient civilization and artifacts that you pull up from the ground that's
Yeah.
been buried for thousands of years, it shows similarities.
Well,
And
they said that that even has ties to the Ark of the Covenant.
really.
Yes. So, they believe the Ark of the Covenant is the anatomic gold. When utilized, it creates power and energy of a star.
Well, have you seen Indiana Jones?
I haven't actually.
Oh, how have you not seen Indiana
I
Jones?
don't know, man.
They were doing
weird,
the ark.
right? They were doing it.
Yeah, they were doing it. They straight up did it.
So the Ark always moves west,
Always
and it
moves
came
west.
from the Samaria, Babylonia, Tibet, Rome, London, now to believed in America. And what people believe is that wherever the Ark is, that country prospers.
So,
So,
that makes sense.
so that's why like America's prospering, because they think that it's in America.
So
now.
where's it at right now? Mount Rushmore?
What if that's what's on Oak Island? I mean, it's not America, but it's in the Americas.
That is true.
No,
No, I was saying Mount Rushmore for national treasure.
What's up, Justin from Interface Death? Have you guys discussed the snake god seen all across the globe before cultures were in contact with each other? No, it's interesting. Let me look that up.
What was it? The snake god?
I know it's wrong, Deb. I'm sorry. I have to see Indiana Jones. The snake god. Let me find that and then pull it up for you
Medusa.
guys.
La, la, la.
Snake god. I guess it's a hieroglyph.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry, folks. I'm trying to type and it's hard to type. And talk
You
at the
just
same-
butchered it.
Yeah. So I'm assuming. Oh, wow, that's interesting. So obviously here it's pictured in ancient Egypt. Let me pull this up for you guys.
Snake god.
So it seems to be that it has been around almost every culture before they even were able to communicate with each other. That's
The
so
Mayans,
strange.
maybe.
And like, how do you
Aztecs.
explain that?
Like look at the on the right, far right, that colorful, it looks like Mayan.
This one.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wind. Oh, that's wind god.
Yeah. That's interesting. So, does this just prove that there were alien ties to civilization?
I don't know, man, because look, if you think about it, like how in the world, I know like landmass bridges and all that whenever during the ice age and people would travel around the world and communicate and share ideas and trade. But how do you trade something like that, you know?
Like ideas,
like ideology.
They didn't even there was no known contact of these civilizations.
Yeah,
with
I
each
mean,
other.
yeah. So
That's
the
what's really
the
weird.
technology wasn't there
Yeah, I don't understand
that we
it.
know of.
Right. So, do these Anunnaki have a reason for it?
Something
like,
to do it.
Is this why?
Do you think that these pyramids are one of two things? Temples to them, you know, as a form of respect and bowing down,
Mm-hmm.
or do you think that they're actually waypoints to
I was gonna say that. That's exactly what I was about to say.
The planet back home.
I think that's what I was about to say. Was that they're kind of like, you know, when you're playing Grand Theft Auto
Mm-hmm.
and you're trying to get across the map so you can pick up a hooker and fuck her.
And then kill her.
Yes,
You gotta get the money back.
Yeah, you gotta get the money back. So
gotta get
this
the
is
money
what
back
I
somehow.
do. I pick up the hooker, do the deed. I drive her down to the beach like I'm taking her on a nice trip, nice little beach day.
Yeah.
And I get to the pier and I just keep driving, and she doesn't realize it. And right before I get to the water, I jump out, and then the car flies into
You know what
the
I
ocean.
used to do?
What?
I used to do the dirty and then drive really fast. And I know the son of a gun isn't wearing a seatbelt.
She's a hooker. Why would she?
And ram into a barrier and boom, she goes flying out. I mean, I go flying out too, but more than likely I survive.
Yeah, but then you come back to life.
Yeah. But so do you think that it's waypoint?
Yeah, so, you know, like I was using that game as an example, and then I started talking about hookers. But, yeah, so basically...
The aliens, they went out to go get hookers.
Yeah.
In Mars. And they dried it up.
The pyramids are just freaking waypoints for hookers. I believe that cultures that use pyramid structures all believe they channeled energy, and it was a tool to connect to the spirit realm. Yeah, that can definitely be a reason.
Especially for tombs, for the kings.
Yeah,
Like,
they were all...
I mean, how else... I mean, any business owner knows you got to micromanage.
Mhm.
You got to micromanage in order to have a successful business. So the kings were the micromanagers. There you go. Problem solved.
It makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense. And then what do you do whenever the manager dies? You bury him.
Whoa. You know, talking about that, I don't think I've ever worked somewhere where an employee died.
I have never worked there. I've never been in that situation, but I've been in a situation where they've come close to death.
Really?
Like car accidents and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. I don't think I ever have.
No, I don't.
That's
Yeah,
really-
that's the closest. Yeah, someone was in a car accident and they were in hospital. My friend had cancer. That's as close to someone close to me passing
Oh
away.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Way to kill the mood.
Anyway, hookers.
Anyway, back to the Anunnaki. So the Anunnaki was an alien race, but they said that they believe there to be different. I guess I don't even know races. I guess you would call it. I don't know, because they have the Nordics, they have the reptilians, and they have the Greys, and supposedly they all fall under the Anunnaki.
How do you get banned from YouTube? You say Obama's a reptilian.
Yes, or Michelle Obama's a tranny.
Michelle Obama's a tranny.
If you say Michelle Obama's a tranny on Facebook,
We're
you
done.
will- yeah, you will.
We're done.
For sure.
You'll be put in Facebook jail.
Yeah, supposedly it's like a branch basically, where it's like you have the Anunnaki, and then you have 3 branches, and each branch is an alien race that supposedly comes from them.
You're telling me that so the Anunnaki, and then the human race.
Mm-hmm. Lady Death says so. Basically, anything true. Sean said he got banned 3 times.
Shout out to Sean.
Yeah.
You have the race, the human race, and then you have your ethnicities essentially from there.
Right.
But it goes deeper than that for them, right? Because you said reptilian. What was the other one?
Reptilian, Greys, and the I just said it.
Can they
The Nordics.
Can they interbreed with each other?
I don't know.
That's really queer.
It's really
That's
queer.
I didn't mean to say that, but that's really weird. Reptilian and Nordics and what's the third one?
Greys.
Yeah.
Greys.
How
Well, they say that they believe Greys are like an android.
so reptilian, is that in the sense of our reptilian, like a reptile?
Yeah. So have you ever seen
So are you saying that they came from, our dinosaurs are them?
That's what they believe.
Really?
So let me see. So
the first thing that pops up when we type in reptilian is Putin.
Yeah, of course, Putin comes up. So that's what they believe a reptilian to be. Like
Half and half.
and they think that these bloodlines, you can go back to like ancient times, and these like that. Supposedly, the George Bush has Sumerian bloodlines.
I believe it.
So they just like keep it all together.
Well,
basically.
how else do you think that people in power stay in power? And I just want to point out, look at Billy right there. Is that Billy Corgan? He's a reptile for sure, dude.
Well, no, they said that he said he witnessed a reptilian shapeshifter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No.
Yeah.
Tell me real quickly.
So on Joe Rogan's podcast, so for those of you who don't know who this is Billy Corgan. He's a lead singer for Smashing Pumpkins. And he says that he claimed to have seen a reptilian shapeshifter. And he was talking about it on the Joe Rogan podcast, but he didn't go into detail about it. They wouldn't let him talk about it on air. It was weird.
I wonder why. Do you think Joe Rogan's a reptilian?
No, but I think that Joe Rogan, I think he used to be like a person that would question stuff, but then he just like stopped. Like
Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I think he got approached.
If you think about it, a lot of people who, and I'm going to say this, like dig in too deep or dig in like a really deep hole into certain subject. I think after a while, you start to notice common trends that they stop talking about it altogether.
Well, I mean, if you see too, people like Joe Rogan, he reaches millions and millions of listeners, like all the time, like daily. His listeners is insane, and the reptilian race is like they're supposed to be like the evil ones. Justin said the reptilian race is known to be hostile to humans. See, the Nordics are benign and look human-like, and the gray are synthetic, mostly that are sent out to deep space to collect data and perform tasks.
Oh, so kind of like
they all have their job.
Yeah,
within. Thanks for the information, Justin. So yeah, actually, there's a story called The Valiant Thor. That's what the comic's based on.
Yeah,
and it's this person that supposedly like during the JFK administration, he was seen with the government, and he looked like Thor, like he was tall, long blonde hair and stuff. Yeah, let me see if I can find pictures of him. There's pictures of him.
Really?
Yeah, and people
like actual proof.
Yeah, people think that he was some type of alien that came to speak. Okay, here's this guy right here.
Do you have it shared?
Yeah, I'm about to.
Yeah.
So this is supposedly Valiant Thor, and supposedly they think that he was some type of alien that came, and I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he was helping the government. Maybe he was.
Do you think he assassinated JFK?
Valiant Thor?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Do you think the reptilians assassinated JFK?
I think the reptilians control a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, well, I was about to say, how do you think people in Hollywood and politics, how do you think they stay in power?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you gotta understand, Hollywood and the entertainment business, it's all about who you know for the most part. For the most part, it's all about networking. You know? If you're a cousin or a nephew of somebody powerful, you're gonna get in if you want to. You know, as long as you show an ounce of commitment, skill, and commitment.
Well, they think that a lot of people think if you really want to get up there and stuff, you got to fucking do some crazy shit. And I'm talking like blood sacrifices. And stuff.
We could talk about that later, or we could talk about it now. I don't care.
Shit, man, let's talk about it now.
You want to talk about it now?
Real quick, let's get into the comments. Joe said he still has a podcast and he talks about crazy shit. He had the TV show, but it was just. Oh, he said it to Alex Jones.
Alex Jones. Man.
Oh, okay.
He got it. I'm pretty sure he got approached.
You think so?
Alex Jones? Yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know. I go back and forth on Alex Jones.
I haven't been keeping up recently for like 1 or 2 months.
Yeah.
Past few months, but I'm pretty sure like I kind of noticed, like I used to listen to him and his tone kind of changed on a few subjects.
Well, he used to go really hard into Pizzagate.
Yeah.
So I think he believes that there is like, because he talks about it all the time, like basically these reptilian creatures that need like this life, like they need like the blood of the young and innocent in order to
Hillary
survive.
Clinton pretty much.
Yeah. So he believes that, but like I think he was saying that he didn't think that they didn't really have any ties to the pizza place. Like he thought the pizza place was just like a cover up, like a distraction.
Yeah.
Is what he was
like
saying.
a false lead.
Yeah, that's supposedly what he was saying.
Maybe. I mean, you never know, honestly. But it's crazy. Some dude went in there, didn't he?
Yeah, some guy went in there and shot it up.
Oh, he shot it up.
Yeah,
Oh,
where he shot a gun in there.
I thought he just ran in there and then ran to the back.
Man, there was probably somebody that did that
There's
too.
probably because the one I'm talking about is some guy was so upset that everyone dropped Pizzagate, and this was like a couple months after the whole subject got dropped. He was so fed up with that, and he was like, "How can people be not upset about children, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And so he went to the actual establishment, and then he went in, and I think he just ran straight to the back, like broke all through barriers.
Yeah.
That may have been the same dude. I don't know.
I need to look into that because that sounds interesting. Deb said, "Do you think there's a connection between the Anunnaki and the Illuminati?" Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
If the Anunnaki, if the reptilian race is a real thing, I would imagine they would be the ones to be in power because they would do anything in order to obtain the power. That makes sense.
Yeah, I see it. Honestly, I see. And in order to be invited, if you're, let's say you're a human being and you want to be invited into this Anunnaki Illuminati, maybe the Illuminati is the humans' version cult of them.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like a sub club to join
to
see if you're worthy or not,
Ooh,
and that's why the Illuminati, like certain celebrities do symbolism, and then they, some of them, I'm pretty sure they say you have to kill your best friend in order to be in.
That's really interesting.
Or you have to sign a deal with the quote unquote the devil.
Yeah, and then that gets into like symbolism and stuff, which we're gonna get into next week.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about like symbolism in the media and music industry.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week. We'll go more in depth about that.
Yeah,
that we can talk about all day.
Yeah. Justin said the reptilians are said to live underground and feast on children. That may explain why about 1 million kids go missing a year.
That also explains why the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live underground.
Ooh,
pizza. They're reptiles. They're amphibians. Sorry.
Oh,
no,
close enough though.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're onto something.
I'm onto something. I smell it.
Joe said I was talking about Joe Rogan. He still talks about all that crazy shit, but not as much. He had a short-lived TV show on Sci-Fi. Yeah, it was called Joe Rogan Questions Everything. If you look up stats on missing children, it's staggering. Yes, I agree. It's insane. So many missing kids these days. Heartbreaking. Yes.
There were like 14 kids missing in Iowa from the same community within a week span.
Jesus. One of those science shows talked about young kids' blood and how it rejuvenates the heart. I was pissed off there and enough child predators out there. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Hey, Josie. That's what they say, that the something in the blood, I can't remember what it's called. I'm sure somebody knows on the chat.
So they created, let me get this straight. So are you talking about the reptilians?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're a sub species of the Anunnaki.
Yeah, like the Anunnaki is like the human race, and then there's Asians and Mexicans.
Yeah. So why would they? Are we food to them? Are we harvest?
I think it's that, and
or
think
was it like a
to us? Like,
was it like a byproduct? Like our blood developed minerals and protein and just a bunch of yummy, delicious, gooey stuff that they can eat on us.
Yeah,
they get my man seed and then they live forever.
But do you think that's why there's so many missing children? Like, do you think that reptilians exist?
Hold on. I'm kind of 50-50 to be honest with you. There's a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people for it not to be possible.
What do you think about the videos of the people changing their eyes?
That's pretty crazy. But hold on, let me talk about the missing people, because what if, now hear me out here. What if the missing children is all part of the sex trafficking going on in this world?
Mm-hmm.
What if it's, obviously there's sex trafficking going on,
right?
But what if that plays into it? Like eventually, if someone gets used so often,
instead of killing them and wasting them,
just eat
them, yeah,
or drink their blood. Whatever they do, vampires. Where do vampires come from? Mythology. Where's your router at?
It's downstairs, but it's connected to this, so it gives it like a hard wire.
Oh, you got it through the wall.
Obama hacked this live stream. Dude, right? Like, that's a weird. Like, we're all talking about this intense stuff, and then the live stream goes out.
How many people are? Okay, we still got
I've been doing live streams so often, dude. I'll run my live stream for, like, in my house.
And it doesn't
do that.
Nothing.
Never does that.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's kind of weird.
We're getting, that brings up a good thing. Do you ever listen to Coast to Coast?
Yes.
Okay, so there was this one episode, and it was, what were they talking about? Area 51. And there's two instances I want to talk about, but the one I'm going to talk about is this guy. He claimed that he was from Area 51, and I don't know how much of this is played out or planned in advance. But this guy said he worked for Area 51. He called into the radio station, and as he's talking and saying all the things, he's spilling out all the secrets of Area 51. I think George Norrie, I think that's his name, the host.
Yeah.
He said that, or as the guy is talking, the guest, he gets cut off completely, and you hear a dial tone, and George is like, "Hello, anybody there?" And he's like, "Oh my gosh, we lost him."
Whoa.
His line got cut out completely from the station, and they couldn't call him back.
And they never like got back a hold.
They
of
never
him?
got back a hold of
That's
him.
interesting.
From what I've known, or from what I looked up, but that's crazy.
No, that is. That's
like
really,
that.
really interesting.
And something like that happened whenever I was listening to Coast my own time. I was driving home midnight, and some guy was talking about aliens and stuff, and then his signal, he was like breaking in and out, and then just went out completely.
It's funny how that happens. I've listened to some podcasts where stuff like that happens too, like live podcasts.
It's like such a coincidence.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard not to say it's the government or it's someone else, tampering with it.
Dumpster Dad said, "It's all your professionalism. JP is too much." Yeah, because I always call Alex a professional. Dude, I was interviewing a conspiracy novelist on my podcast, and as soon as I went live, my Facebook got hacked, and I had to recover. It freaked me out.
Whoa. It got hacked?
That's more intense than what just happened.
Hacked?
Yeah. Joe said, "Wait, wasn't that from a few years ago?" And he was freaking out, almost crying, but he called from a payphone, I think.
Yeah. He was crying. He was like, "Oh my gosh, they're gonna get me," or something like that. He was really
wow.
He was like breathing heavily. He was crying. He was like, "They're gonna get." I don't think he revealed his name or anything like that, but it's crazy.
That's
like
scary.
the line just went out.
I watched this video on YouTube, and supposedly this guy was from Area 51. Like he used to have a clearance there, he said, and he was like spilling the beans, and it was strange.
What do you think? Do you think that's a cover up for the Anunnaki?
I think Area 51 is a cover up for a real alien base. You know what I'm saying? They put all the attention on Area 51, but Area 51 really probably isn't.
So
anything.
it's like a double fool you.
Yeah.
It's like something happened here. The government's like, no, it didn't really happen. Then people are like, oh, that's just a conspiracy. But in reality, the government's like, yeah, it did happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's somewhere else.
What about this?
What if a lot of people are saying they remember that story?
What if the Anunnaki have Area 51 as a cover up? Not a cover up, but an outside alien force came.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know how the Anunnaki are aliens to us because we're beings from them.
Mm-hmm.
We were engineered. What if that was another alien species, like an enemy of them, so to speak?
That created us?
No. That landed at Area 51.
Oh,
back in the 40s.
Okay, I get you. I don't know.
That'd be crazy. And then we have an intergalactic war.
Yeah, and we're just like in the middle of it.
We don't even know.
We don't have any.
We're just mining. That's so crazy.
We're just mining for them.
We're just mining for them.
Yeah.
Mining gold, platinum. Helium's almost gone.
Sandy said the government finally admitted Area 51 existed. What did they say about it?
Yeah, anything? Any news on it?
Yes, and then I can't remember who said in the chat. I think it was Sandy. Succubus Sandy. I think she said that what's up with all the weird things in Antarctica, in the tunnels underground and stuff. And supposedly they believe that the Nordics live in hollow earth.
Ooh.
They live within the earth.
That would explain why we're not allowed to go there.
Yeah, and that's how they go in and out from
just Antarctica, not the North Pole?
Just from Antarctica. That's supposedly there's like an entrance to.
Do you think that's why? Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Let's say the reptilians are in political power. I'm not saying which side they're leaning on, left or right, but let's say that their hidden base to Hollow Earth is in Antarctica.
Right.
And they're trying to do everything in power to stop the greenhouse effect. Do you think that's actually them doing it? Like using technology to prevent it? Because otherwise, that's going to melt Antarctica. The seas are going to rise. And then the portal to Hollow Earth will open up and be unveiled.
That's very interesting. That's a good view on it.
It all, like, you can spin it however you want, you know? Mm-hmm. You can take the string and pinpoint it wherever you want for it to lead, what politic, or politicians in power, or what celebrities in power,
Yeah.
Because like out of nowhere, Eminem dropped his album, and I feel like all the news just vanished out thin air.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Nobody cares about anything.
Nobody cares
right now
about. Yeah, exactly.
You think he was told to do it?
Slim has some shady stuff on him.
There you go, bro. Somebody said they're gonna call me Juvenile JP. Because Succubus Sandy is sexist. Well, I'll call her sexist Sandy. Trump pretty much admitted there's aliens. He's starting that space army. Yeah, he did say that. The Space Force. Yeah, the government admitted that it existed, but they said that's where they developed a lot of military fighter jets in Area 51. There's a secret base south of Area 51 that's called S4 that is said to reverse engineer alien craft. I've heard of that.
Yeah, reverse engineering.
Yeah,
technology.
reverse engineering. Now I haven't heard of S4, but I've heard of the alien. It's like they use anti-gravity basically to be able to float off the ground and travel at these like.
Do you believe
speeds.
that they reverse engineered technology?
Yeah, I think so.
Because if you look at it, around that time, that's whenever technology, especially microcomputers, just really boomed off. Transistors and all that.
Yeah.
We stopped using, vacuum tubes and all that. We got micro transistors and batteries.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because then you have people like people that were so ahead of their times, like Einstein and Tesla, like
they're
they
reptilian.
just like you're like yeah, right. Like, are we just gonna give all the credit to like these different species for these like findings, that we've come up with ourselves?
I don't know. I have no idea. Technology is a hard thing because if you think about it, how does a TV work?
Dude.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like as if, and this is going into another topic, simulation. Like inside the TV, there's really nothing unless you open it, and that's whenever the laws of physics go into play.
Yeah.
To fool your mind,
Pretty interesting. Yeah, like you don't think about everyday things like that.
Yeah. How does a TV work? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's pretty rudimentary and fundamental,
Yeah.
So
somebody said coding.
Coding.
Let's see.
Yeah, but how did the first coding
Deborah
start?
said there are reports of the Anunnaki underground site south of Ellington. Ellington, like down the road from us, Ellington. Justin said if you Google Bob Lazar, you will find documentaries about S4. Bob Lazar, I think he was the one that was he, correct me if I'm wrong, Justin, was Bob Lazar the guy that got abducted with his friends out in the woods and he went missing for like a week or something and then he like showed up back out of nowhere?
Where was this at?
Nikola Tesla claimed to receive information from aliens. That's interesting.
That would be.
That's interesting. Because if he was the one that was... That's strange.
And do you think that... Okay, so do you think this plays into the arc for it being in... Okay, so Tesla, Europe, not Einstein, but Edison, America. The ark was in America.
The Ark of the Covenant?
Yeah, and so the prosperous nation, Edison, that's where he's from, the United States, beat out Tesla? Do you think that's why?
They said Tesla was his... he worked for him.
Yeah, they worked together. They were collaborating. And then they had disputes over AC versus DC power.
Yeah. That's such a nerdy thing to fight about.
My power's better. You don't know power.
Well, they said that he was able to take energy from like just the air, like they call it free energy, just from like the air around Tesla.
The molecules in the air.
Yeah.
And then you can essentially, if you break it down, you can actually charge devices wirelessly. Right.
And it's free energy, and they wouldn't like promote it because there was no way to.
Yeah, but I think I ran into something like there was a major flaw where it couldn't really, the laws of physics wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
But it's a cool theory.
No, it is.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's
is it really a theory if you're like?
He said he figured it out. Isn't that how he powered the World Fair in the 1900s?
I think so. Yeah, Tesla.
The Tesla coil, right?
Coils. Yeah.
Justin said no. Bob Lazar was a physicist hired by the government to reverse engineer the anti-gravity generators found on alien craft at S4. Oh, interesting. Okay, I need to do more research on that. Deborah said, remember Frank Sumption developed his ghost box to talk to aliens? You are right. The ghost box wasn't created to speak to spirits originally. It was created to speak to aliens. That's why he was doing it. Essentially a whistleblower. Yep. Hey, Jacqueline. Glad you can make it. Yeah, so where do you sit with this on the Anunnaki being real, and is there really a planet?
To be honest
Nibiru?
with you, okay. I'm going to
let us know in the chat what you guys think. Like, this is what we're going to do at the end of every episode. Sorry to cut you off, Roman. But at the end of every episode...
I hate you.
They hid Nazi scientists after war reverse engineering. Yeah, that was called Operation Paperclip.
And don't forget they all ran to Argentina.
Yes.
Why there? You know.
Because why would you nobody would guess Argentina.
Why would you go to Argentina?
Yeah. So in the chat, on a scale 1 through 10, 1 being you don't believe it, 10 being you do, everybody let me know how you feel about this whole Anunnaki thing and basically creating the human race, and that's where the gold, why they were harvesting gold and everything that we spoke about. Let us know in the comments. Okay, so Roman, 1 through 10.
Can we do half numbers?
Sean said Operation Beanbag. Okay, half numbers. What you got?
I'm gonna go 2.5, and the reason why is because
you don't believe it.
Yeah,
much.
I don't believe. Yeah, 1 don't believe it. 10 100% believe it. So I'm at 2.5,
Mm-hmm.
and the reason why it's a 0.5 is because of all the coincidences around the world. Like why gold, why diamonds, why pearls, why are certain things valued higher than other things? You know?
Yeah.
Not only that, the hieroglyphics and the pyramids around the world, different cultures, but yet they're different cultures which span sometimes different years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they still hold the same beliefs, almost, you know.
And they never communicated with each other.
And it's so weird that, call it human nature, whatever you want to call it, but how there always has to be a God.
Right. There is always a sense of a higher being.
There's always a
all
sense of a higher being, yeah.
But maybe that's just the human brain trying to rationalize.
Well, that's what I was saying. You know, call it human nature, but it's just another coincidence, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said, this topic is so vague, you can really spin it for however you want it in your favor, you know?
It's true.
There are so many things going for it, and then there are so many things going against it. So that's why I put it at 2.5.
Yeah, and of course, if you believe that, you have to believe in the reptilians, you have to believe in the Nordics, you have to believe in like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you do.
You can't just say, I believe in one thing out of it, and then just like let it go. You have to believe everything.
Yeah, it's true. So that's why I say 2.5. If there was more proof, obviously it'd be higher, you know, like Planet X.
Yeah.
Coming around and orbiting at a certain time. Maybe, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why every 10,000 years or so often, you know, we go into an ice age or a warm age, you know?
Yeah, that's possible.
Because it messes with our orbit, our revolution.
It gets so close or something.
Yeah, it skews it up.
Well, that's what they said in 2012, that it was going to pass by Earth, and it got so close it was going to flip its axis.
What was another one? Oh, yeah, the magnetic fields.
Yeah.
There was another apocalyptic day, right? 2020?
99? Like 2000?
I have no idea.
Y2K?
Dude, I used to watch on NBC, real off topic here. On NBC, in 2008, they had a top 10 apocalyptic endings. And I used to watch that all the time.
Really?
Yeah, they had black holes, meteorites, and all that. It was so interesting.
Dude, we're just like floating in space, so like if anything wanted to hit us.
Yeah, it could.
That's it.
Now, where do you stand?
Okay, so let me read in the comments first.
Okay.
Deborah said 10. She believes it 100%. The Anunnaki are real. Lady Death said, I mean, if you believe in any other fantastical theological stuff, why not? 50-50 for me. Jen said 17.77 repeating. Teresa said 8. Joe said 2. Let's see. No gods, but exist in all stories, so similar. Justin said, I guess the government disclosing that aliens are real isn't good enough, LOL. Sandy said that old. Yeah, I believe, wasn't it the Russian government? They said that aliens were real. Like they came out and said it, like flat out.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
The old saying, opinions like an a-hole, everyone has one. Ooh, getting feisty, Sandy. There we go.
Unless you sew it.
Oh. Dirty. Where reptilians come into it, even Planet X is questionable, but the stories were wrote with underlying geneticists at the core from space that were Hyman. December 21st, 2012. 10 for me, said Kim. Yes, Russian and Canada. Oh, okay. So Russia and Canada came out.
There are a lot of, now, granted, Russia is a huge landmass. There are a lot of asteroid and meteorite landings over there.
Mm-hmm.
You see them all over YouTube and the internet. But if you look at it, like, they look really odd too.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe they got, but it's another thing. Like, if the Russians got into contact with alien technology, why are they so behind?
The Russians?
You know?
What if they're not?
Military. That's a scary
That's
thing.
just what they show.
I know.
Okay, so this is tough for me because I believe in aliens, and of course I think it's crazy to not, just because of the vastness of space, to think that we're the only thing here. Yeah, link the Canadian disclosure, please, Justin. Yeah, if the governments are saying that aliens exist, then that means that they've had to have come into contact with them. I think
Now, what kind of aliens? No,
before this talk, I was like at where you were at, like a 2.
Yeah.
But it's like almost flipped. I'm like at like
8?
7.
Really?
6 or 7.
Now, why
Yeah.
is that?
Because like that's so true. Like if these governments were able to disclose that aliens existed, and the Anunnaki have like so much, like there's so much reasoning for why, like the gold thing, like like why was gold picked? Like
Yeah.
Like that's so true.
Yeah. Why water? Why air? I'm just kidding.
Right? Well, you need that to live.
Why? Why do we need to live?
I don't know. It's so strange.
No, I agree.
Justin said the link was blocked. Interesting. Let me see if I can get that
Really?
up. Keep talking,
That's
Roman.
interesting. No, but I agree. Like, why gold? Or what's another one? Oil. Was there another substance that we could have used to power engines, internal combustion, besides oil? I mean, I know
Well,
it has.
they said that somebody made up
Before,
water.
Well, I was about to say before.
Like a car out of water.
I think now, I don't know how much of this is true, but before internal combustion really took off in the late 1800s, they say that they had electric powered vehicles.
Really?
Yeah, but they
Wow.
didn't see any profit in that.
Well,
So-
of course not.
Yeah, because people have to refuel for gasoline and all that.
Yeah. Let's watch this video together real quick. We can end on this here. Should I get headphones? Do you think?
Yeah, so they don't hear the echo.
Yeah, Sandy said the Mexican government released a video of their Air Force chasing alien aircraft. Interesting. I sent the link to your
Dang, that's
Facebook
crazy.
inbox. Thank you very much, Justin. We are electric beings. Let me see what Justin sent me. Let me see if that's the same. Yeah, that's the same thing. That's crazy. YouTube blocked it.
Did
Okay.
you try to post it?
Hmm?
Did you try to post it?
No, not yet. I'm about to
try it.
start watching it. I just don't want to get pulled off
Oh, okay. I don't
offline.
blame
So
you.
we just have to
Okay.
make sure that we like talk over it. Should I get headphones? Should
Yeah.
Should you and I wear headphones?
Yeah, let's. Do
Okay.
you have a splitter?
Yeah. Sorry, folks. Give us 1 second. We didn't think we were gonna watch a video, but I'm interested in seeing this.
Ba da 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 da.
Oh, grab those headphones out. Luckily, I kept my splitter right here next to it. We have to have headphones, folks, so that way you don't hear our audio. Interesting. I'm really interested in hearing this video, seeing what they say.
How long is it?
It's a little less than 10 minutes, but we obviously won't watch the whole thing.
No,
That way
we're
we
gonna
don't
watch
get
the
pulled.
whole thing.
There's a full one that's 25 minutes.
Holy moly!
Mhm.
Okay, let's just watch it real quickly, just like
Yeah.
a few minutes of it, or not even.
At least
Few
until
seconds.
you hear what he says.
Aliens are real.
Is that how they talk in Canada?
Literally the first thing. Have you ever seen a Canadian? I
Good
thought they were
point.
just myths.
Canadians are just myths. All right, folks, give us 1 second. Thank you for your patience. We appreciate it.
Do I look cute?
My bad, but it's a video that makes you wonder what the fuck, No, I definitely want to see it. All right, I am getting on it right now for y'all.
Are you sharing it?
Yeah.
Okay, you're screen capping it.
Although as Minister of National Defense, I had sighting reports
Can they hear it?
of UFOs. I was too busy to be concerned about them at the time because I was trying to unify the Army, Navy, and Air Force into a single Canadian Defense Force. And that itself was a kind of battle to the finish. So this
I
was
think
not
I've seen
high on
this.
my agenda. But about 10 years ago, I started getting interested due to a young man from Ottawa sending me material on the subject. I told him I was too busy to read it, but he had confidence that someday I would. It took me a while to get around to reading it, but I took it for my summer reading in 2005 and was really impressed with what was contained in it. And what I thought to myself is
Yeah.
there are huge issues here, huge issues. And the American people and the people of the world have a right to know what's going on because they're part of it. It's not just an isolated thing. I accept the invitation of Victor Vigiani.
Is this guy
who's
still
over
alive?
here somewhere, and his
Interested
cohort,
in knowing
Mike Bird, to speak to a symposium at the University in Europe. And the Commander-in-Chief of
This is from
Supreme
2013.
Allied headquarters in Europe was naturally very shaken.
It's crazy.
Fortunately, or maybe divine providence, before the panic button was pushed, the flotilla turned around and headed back.
I'm scared. I'm scared to keep playing it because I don't want to get pulled. They'll pull me off of YouTube.
The panic button before it was pushed.
Yeah, sorry folks. I don't know if I don't want to keep playing it, but let me see if is Paul Hellyer still alive? Let me see if I can share the link for you guys here. Justin said he was having trouble, but I really want you guys to see this. I just don't want to get pulled off of YouTube.
So they saw something in the air?
That's what it sounded like
That's
he
what
was
he was
saying.
saying?
Okay, there's the link, folks, right there. Sorry, I would play it all the way through, but yeah, but I've heard of people getting pulled off of YouTube for playing other people's stuff. Yeah, there's the link, folks, right there. I'll share it on the Facebook page as well, on the Paraphernalia. If you are not part of Paraphernalia Facebook page, please go join it right now. That's where a lot of discussions go down, folks.
Have you ever seen the movie Tusk?
Yeah.
It's with Jason Long. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
You know what they're called? The Not See Party? Their podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's NOTSEE Party. Not C. And that's what I think of every time you say paraphernalia.
Paraphernalia. Yeah, because it's just like a breakdown.
It's just like, yeah.
Yeah, so that's I actually remember seeing that video now that I started watching it. It's very crazy. It's very, very crazy.
There's so many
there's alien
things.
tech, etc. Yeah, y'all need to watch it.
I mean, think about how small we are. Insignificant, you know?
We're nothing, dude.
We're nothing.
But that's why it's easy to control us. I just posted on the Paraphernalia page, folks. Please, if you are not part of the Paraphernalia group page on Facebook, go join it. What are you doing with yourself? JP can't type out links unless you make them a mod. Okay, that's why. Okay. All right. What's going on, Keeper?
Is YouTube being YouTube?
YouTube
being YouTube.
YouTube being YouTube. I'll post the link one more time for you guys. That way, you got it.
You got it.
All right. So, was there anything else you wanted to close on before we leave?
Let's see here. I don't know. All this rain we're getting, man. We had a day off.
It's the Anunnaki.
It's the Anunnaki.
That's the only way
weather
to
controlling.
That's the only way to explain it, dude.
Do you believe in that?
Weather control?
Yeah.
Let's save it, dude.
Oh, I'm just asking.
Let's save it. Yes.
Okay.
I do believe in that.
Just tell me, man. I just want to know.
I think so.
I just want to get in the insides.
That would be a really cool topic to discuss. So right now, folks,
get in your mind.
what I am showing you
is Skillshare.com.
No, it's not. It's not at all. Quit giving sponsors to nothing.
Nike, if you're into that, or New Balance. you just looked up. You're like, don't say that.
Quit saying stuff. Okay, so right now what I'm showing you guys is the Patreon account for Just Paranormal. Basically what this is going to start supporting is helping these, I don't want to scroll down too far because there's certain things that only patrons can see. But this is going to give you access to things from Just Paranormal that other people don't have access to, behind the scenes, some private live streams. Also, if you, depending on what tier you go to, you can get all kinds of stuff, t-shirts, paintings, anything like that. And basically, this is trying to get us to a point to where it can help us do these more Paraventure collabs, and we can do these out-of-state trips that all you guys love seeing and that we love doing and showing to you guys. We have a lot of fun. If you can't, at least share the page. That's helps support it. So we appreciate everything that you guys do. All of you are awesome, and we love the Paraphernalia.
Let me make a shout out real quickly to Teresa. Someone acknowledged my humor.
Roman, you're funny.
Said I'm funny. Thank you very much.
There you go, Roman. Roman can die.
You get 2 thumbs up.
Can
you see
JP
it?
in the shower, JP at workout. Yeah, dude, I might do a live stream workout for you guys.
Do it.
In the nude.
What do you do? What's your routine?
I do cardio, and then I just usually
You don't
lift.
have to lie. Do you really go to the gym?
Yeah, I'm going to the gym after this, you dillweed.
You're like, I do Workout
I do that.
stuff.
What's that thing where you move your legs faster than when it's walking?
Oh, sprinting.
Yes, I do that sometimes.
I couldn't think, I was trying to think of something funny and actually came up with the actual thing.
Okay, so hello, sorry I'm late, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, Tim. We're about to go, man. Josie said the Mexican government showed that was found over 10 years ago in a mountain area was found as Aztec drawings of alien visitors. Many tribes were involved. Amazing artifacts got it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's interesting how all of these old civilizations, they all
connect.
draw the same shit.
Yeah. And Stonehenge.
Skipping. Yeah, bicycles. I do bicycle.
Skipping. Hopscotch.
Yeah.
Except when I do hopscotch, it's with real scotch.
I do jump rope. Keeper of the Second said, Keeper and JP workout. Hey, man, you come into town. Let's
see
do it.
those gains, bro.
Let me see it, bruh. Okay. Tim said he took an old fart nap. Or did your fart knock you out and make you take a nap?
He was like, and then he passed out.
All right, so again, let me give a Patreon shout-outs again. Since we started the Patreon page, we have Mr. Tim Whitfield, Tim the Ghoul Man. Appreciate the support, bro.
Tim the Ghoul Man.
Sandy Wolflet, now known as Sandy Succubus.
Sandy Succubus. What? Sucka what?
Succubus.
Sucka.
Succubus. And then Karen Coster. Karen.
No.
Karen.
No,
Karen. Did you change it to Karen?
I got it. I got a good one for Karen.
Okay.
So after you say Sandy Succubus, you gotta be like, and Karen.
And just
and
Karen with a lowercase k.
A C.
Let's see. Karen Care Bear. All right. So suck this. She said suck this. Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate the support. We appreciate the love. We love you. We love you all. And you guys are the best paraphernalia in the whole entire.
If you want to send us food, you can
motherfucking
send us
world.
food. You know, we're hungry. You know, we like pizza, pepperoni.
Wait, how are you going to send food through the mail?
I don't know. P.O. Box something. I'll figure it out.
P.O. Box, give me fucking food, man.
P.O. Box, send me something that doesn't destroy.
Talking about food, I got to take a dookie.
That's such a great song. Hey, it's September.
Tim said y'all need to Google some nicknames.
How about Timothy?
The beauty of our nicknames, Tim, is that they come from our brain.
Tim, it's called a nickname. You don't get to choose it.
Thanks, Deb. We love you. I will be seeing Deb soon, and y'all will be seeing Deb on the Just Paranormal late night stream very soon.
Late night.
Drop the kids off at the pool. I got to go take a dookie. Good night, Lady Death. Yeah, I got to take a deuce. Drop a deuce. And yeah. So Anunnaki.
So nice. You have to say it.
The Anunnaki are interesting. See y'all later.